right now, Yankees definitely top team to take it. A-Rod all the way. Let's focus on NBA.
Oh my God, that's so stupid.
Let's focus on NBA.
It's idiotic.
Take this guy out.
I could care less about. I love baseball, but I could really care less. Let's kind of do a quick preview of the Bulls season. The Bulls really did kind of make some. I think addition by subtraction. Ben Gordon is gone.
That's definitely gonna hurt you.
Andres Nocioni was traded last year. So I think, you know, if you take the Andres Nocioni,
oh yeah,
I think the and also the midseason addition of Brad Miller, I think is underrated. He's kind of solid, but the opening season rosters from last year to this year are so different for the Bulls, and I think really the Bulls are I think at best a 6 seed.
No, you know,
more than likely another 7 and 8 year. I think Derrick Rose has a great year. I think he's going to be in the MVP hunt. I think he's that good.
I don't know if he's going to be in the MVP hunt. He'll definitely be up there.
He'll get votes. He's not going to win the MVP. He's going to get some votes, though. He's going to be good.
I think Derrick Rose needs another year of maturity. He needs to really step up and realize that this is his team this year. He doesn't have Ben Gordon on there. I think they're a solid team, man. You know, last year's trade with Nocioni, Brad Miller, and Salmons, you know, that was one of those trades that's really under the radar. Not so big of a deal, but it makes a big difference.
Let me put it to you this way. I'm high on Rose so much that if I was New Orleans and the Bulls offered me a straight-up trade for Chris Paul and Derrick Rose, I would take Derrick Rose in a heartbeat. I think CP3 is definitely a top 2 point guard, top 3.
Top 1.
I think Derrick Rose in the next year or two is going to show himself to be more kind of the heir apparent to Steve Nash as the best point guard in the league.
It's a different style of game. I think he's more of a big version of a Steve Nash and a Chris Paul put together. But he's really got to step it up. They have some good rookies this season. You know, they're decent. I caught some of those preseason
This rookie
games.
draft was the worst I've seen since the Kenny and Martin draft in 2001.
You know,
this is the
guy
shittiest draft.
Taj Gibson. I don't know if you've got a second or so to see.
He's a second coming of Danny Fortson to me. He's a Danny Fortson, a rebounder, a big body, a banger.
That's what they need.
He's okay.
That's what they need. But Joakim Noah really grew and matured last season in the playoffs.
He grew on me. I think
Joakim Noah is a big time. He's going to be big time.
I think he's a 10-10 guy in the league.
Absolutely.
He's not going to be a big scorer, but he's going to give you a lot of hustle, be a great locker room presence, and just kind of bust his butt, on the floor day in day out. And that is the type of guy that the Bulls needed. And underrated move for the Bulls, getting Jerome James. I think he takes him to the finals. Nah.
No, but seriously, Ty Thomas. I mean, you gotta wake up, man. You gotta hit the gym.
Ty Thomas.
You gotta step it up. Every season, I hear the same thing from Tyrese Thomas that this season's gonna be a season. He has a mediocre season. He has a dunk here or there that may make you get excited and think he's gonna make
Thomas
a big deal,
is so freaking frustrating.
Oh man, that's frustration. That's like watching you play, man.
He plays. He'll get you 20 points and 20 boards and 5 blocks one game, and then get completely shut down by Brook Lopez or Nicholas Skidishvili on the next night.
Aaron Gray. He has a similar game to you, man. He just stands there.
He's a banger. He's an updated version of Bill Wennington.
He reminds me.
He's updated Bill Wennington. I think definitely Derrick Rose clear MVP of this team, and I think definite All-Star selection. And get all NBA consideration.
And,
he's that good.
He's good too, man. He's a hustler, man. That guy's always.
Listen, I think Ben Gordon was addition by subtraction. I knew what he was going to do. He is a clutch player. I knew he was going to blow up during the playoffs, and his value was going to go through the roof. And some team was going to overpay him, and that's exactly what happened. The Detroit Pistons are a complete mess. I don't know what they're doing. Charlie Villanueva, Ben Gordon, they got a mess. The Detroit Pistons are a complete mess.
Duncan?
I don't know what Joe Dumars is doing. His team's a mess. I think the Bulls are definitely in the hunt. They're not going to touch Cleveland.
I think the Bulls are going to have a solid season. If they make it in the 4 or 5 spot, they got a good chance of making past the first round.
We are in the East. We are in the East, though. So, I mean, kind of anything can happen. But I think the Bulls' ceiling is definitely the 4 or 5 pick.
And with their confidence after last season, it's one of the best series ever, man. That was unbelievable with the Boston Celtics.
It kind of went at the little dang. He
has to step up too.
I think he's vastly overrated.
He's weak.
He's weak. He plays weak.
Look at this. He's got the second highest salary in the team, and he hasn't really. Brad Miller, man.
Brad Miller.
You gotta give it up to that guy. He runs 1.2 miles per hour, and he still gets by. That guy, you gotta give it up to him. But overall, let's talk about the NBA. The top teams right now. The favorite, the Lakers, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I think we should go with the
Magic,
with the East. How do you see the East shaking out here?
Look,
how do you see the
East? You could talk.
Who do you think the top teams are? I think the big move of the East was Shaq going to Cleveland.
That's an overrated move. That's just
that was the high profile move.
That's a paper move. That's a paper move. Everyone knows Shaq couldn't do nothing with the likes of Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash, Matt Barnes, all these guys, Richardson. Matt Barnes is a decent role player. Jason Richard. When you have all those guys and you can't make the playoffs, what makes you think that having LeBron James and Delonte West is not all of a sudden going to change your role? I mean, I know, given you're in the East, but you know what? Ilgauskas can hit the free throws and he can hit the jumper.
Cleveland is completely misplaying having LeBron in their team. What LeBron needs is another young wing player that he can grow old with, that he can say.
Shaq is going to give you 12 points,
Shaq is the ultimate overrated player. He's in that horrible stage of an NBA player's career where he used to be the man, he used to be a stud, and in his head he still is, but on the court he clearly is not. Listen, Shaq has left 4 teams, so this is his 4th team in his career, and the 3 previous teams he has left on horrible terms. Think back to Orlando, huge feud with Penny Hardaway. Then he went to the Lakers. Huge feud with Kobe Bryant. And everybody at the time said, oh, Kobe Bryant, he's the one that started it. He's the one instigating this this whole feud. He's the one that wanted Shaq out. And listen, maybe Kobe was not such the bad guy that we thought. Maybe Shaq is, just a bit of a prick. Maybe then he left the Suns on horrible terms. With the whole fallout with him and Steve Nash, where he basically stole his idea for a reality show. I don't know if you knew, where Steve Nash had a reality show idea and Shaq basically stole it. And they went to court to make Steve Nash an executive producer by force on the reality show that Shaq started.
Shaq.
So
Shaq is another case of
they had to change the complete offense of the Suns. They had to cater it to him. They completely messed him up.
At this point in his NBA career, this isn't even really worth talking about this long.
But he's not willing to be the number 2 guy.
I love Shaq. Shaq's a great guy. He's a funny guy. And if he was in the Bulls, I'd cheer for him. But right now, he's Cavaliers. LeBron James overrated. You're not a Jordan yet. Relax. And then we got, I think, honestly, you got the Celtics. I'm not really a fan favorite of the Celtics. You got Pierce. I think he's weak.
I think the East as a whole got weaker. Boston did not necessarily get stronger, but they stayed pretty much the same. I think there's a big concern with
Kevin
Garnett.
If they got their season riding on Big Baby Davis, then you got problems. And he had a good series against the Bulls.
I don't see a team that is going to challenge them, though.
In the East,
or Vince Carter is not getting you anywhere.
Oh, man. Orlando is
not getting you anywhere. He's not a winner.
Oh,
What has Vince Carter won? What has he won? What has he done in the playoffs? He plays when he wants to play.
He doesn't need to play. He's got Dwight Howard and he's got Rashard Lewis.
Would you want him on your championship team? If you're building a championship team, would Vince Carter be a guy you would want?
If he's the 4th or 5th option, absolutely.
If he's a 4th or 5th option, of course, yeah. But he's the main man in Orlando.
How's he the main man?
Dwight Howard has no low post moves.
Dwight Howard is the number 1 guy. You got Rashard Lewis. You got Jameer Nelson.
No. You have guys that cannot create their own shot.
And then you bring in Matt Barnes. You bring in Brandon Bass. These Orlando Magic
Bass?
This Orlando Magic team, guys, is definitely a team.
Losing Hedo Turkoglu was